It's not just at times of uncertainty like we're in now, where we can feel a little bit unsafe, uncomfortable, uncertain about what's happening around us. We've all got part of our brain that is there to keep us safe. It has threat receptors and it's constantly on the alert. It's an unconscious thing, but it's constantly on the alert for threat, there to keep us safe. You may have heard of the fight or flight response. What's that got to do with video? Well, when we are speaking on video, we want to connect with our viewer. And in order to do that, we need them to feel comfortable and relaxed. Yet there are things that we can do in the setup and in how we speak on video that can trigger those threat receptors. And that can mean that your viewer feels a little bit uneasy, a little bit uncomfortable watching you, and they won't know why. Doesn't necessarily mean that they'll switch off, but it does mean that it can take longer for you to make those deep connections that you're looking for in order for them to relax and listen to your message. Apart from helping people to be able to record for the first time, I also help to identify the little things that may be triggering those threat receptors in our audience and help people eliminate those. If that's something that you might be interested in, just drop me a message and let's have a chat. You know, your viewer is watching you on a small screen. So the things that are happening around you, they don't see. And it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. You know that uncomfortable, uneasy feeling? A couple of months ago, I was in a training course. It was an intensive course and I was 100% focused on it. And in the afternoon, a text message came in from my mobile phone provider saying that my payment hadn't gone through and I needed to click this link or my service would be cut off. Well, I don't know about you, but my mobile is my lifeline. So I clicked the link, did what they asked and carried on with the day. But I was left with a slight uneasy feeling. Do you know that feeling? That feeling that something's not quite right? Yeah, that's the feeling that I'm talking about. That's the feeling that we can inadvertently trigger in our viewer by some of the things we do when we're setting up and some of the things we do when we're speaking on video. I want to share one of the things with you today, and that is something that I call looming. Have you ever been in this situation? You are sitting, waiting for somebody that you don't know to come. Now, 9 times out of 10, you end up on one of those tiny little sofas, you know, the really low ones that means that your knees are up round your ears and you're sitting there waiting for this person that you don't know. And then somebody comes towards you and you're not certain that that's the right person. You're not certain it's them. Or maybe you've been reading and you haven't recognized that they're coming. But then all of a sudden they're there and they're looming over you. And what's your instinct? What do you feel like doing? You feel like standing up, because that is the trigger in the back of our brain saying you need to be in a place where you can run or you can fight. So we stand up. It's an automatic reaction. So if you set up smartphone, tablet, laptop on a desk and you're looking down on your viewer, that's exactly the feeling that you're triggering. So there will be a low level, uneasy feeling. They won't be able to say why, but that is what will be triggered. We need to eliminate these triggers in order for our audience to feel relaxed and for them to be focused on our message. So what happened with me and the mobile message? Well, I still had the uneasy feeling the following morning. So I phoned them, ended up that, yeah, it was a scam. And I was really lucky. I only had the slight inconvenience of a week without an ATM card. And that inconvenience for you equates to it taking a little more time, more effort to make those deep connections that you need for your customers to buy from you. And by buy, I'm not just talking about products or services. I'm talking about ideas. I'm talking about inspirations and thoughts. So if you want some help in identifying whether you are doing anything that is triggering those threat receptors in your viewer, drop me a message. Let's have a chat and see whether we're a good fit. Until I speak to you again, stay well, take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.